Welcome to Rabbit Hatch Radio, the only podcast you know that's starting right fucking now. I'm one of your hosts, Ghia Lee, or Ghia for short. Go ahead, Dom.
I'm Dom. I don't have a nickname to go by. Dom. What about you?
We're already struggling. Like 2 seconds in.
Hi, I'm Morgan, or Rabbit, or Love. Oh, I don't know how many names I've gone by. It's frankly worrying, I'm not gonna lie.
You have your regular name, your pimp name, you got all that kinds of stuff. So, we are gonna be a tokusatsu-based podcast that's gonna try to get out an episode, possibly every week, if Overtime Subs saves us in time. But for now, Overtime Subs has came in clutch. We watched Zenkaiger like 10 minutes ago, basically. And so, we're gonna start here with just the main three. We watched Kamen Rider Saber, episode 27, Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger, episode 4, or 3, I think.
It was 3.
I'm getting confused because Miyagi is the 4th member. And then we watched Dino Fury, Power Rangers Dino Fury, episode 4. So let's hop right into Kamen Rider Saber.
Oh, so we're just getting the bad one out of the way.
Hold on. Keep your gun in your
pocket. Let's leave it till
keep the gun
after
in the holster.
The summary.
Keep the gun in the holster. So
I merely jest. I do believe the episode was good.
Leave it after the summary.
Okay. So on this week for Kamen Rider Saber, we're hot off the press with Kento coming back as a Caliber. He saw like 10,000 futures, like Doctor Strange or something. And basically, the only way in which I guess everyone will be fine is if that he says no more writers. So
no more swordsmen.
So hot off that press, we start off in like the little mega library hideout. I'm still confused on what that is. The Legial guy, who I still have no idea. I'm pretty sure I learned his name this morning. He makes like a book out of himself, but like it's a super book called a Forbidden Book, and I guess that's like I'm assuming it's something like the grand evolution from Drive or something. But basically, once they go Forbidden Mode, they can't go back. And so he's gonna try to kill Toma, because now he really hates Toma. And so over at the northern base, they're talking about Kento. And they're like, dang, Kento can really see the future. And then they talk about that for like 2 seconds. Yuri doesn't say something in which I thought he should say. And then Toma's like, I saw a boy inside Primitive Dragon. There's like a child inside Primitive Dragon that he wants to save because he's sad or something. Very vague, but I guess they're just like not really for it. Buster's like, no, that's stupid. But Yuri's like, whatever. So Toma does it inside that the hyperbolic time chamber that they haven't brought up since like episode 7, when Rintaro used it. And so while he's like pulling out the sword all the time and doing like crazy flips in the void, Legial is attacking the city. He's like, where's Kamen Rider Saber? So Buster and Psycho go to deal with that. I swear I'm almost forgetting their names as I'm saying it. So they go to deal with that, right? And then, holy fuck, maybe I am forgetting this episode. I watched it like last night.
I watched it like 40 minutes ago. Hold on, where did you leave off?
Okay, yeah, no. So after they go to try and deal with it, Toma tries to like talk to the boy over and over, but the boy keeps turning to like this weird CGI dragon and burns him over and over. And as Toma says, it's like I'm actually getting burned. So he's like, he's getting burned alive over and over, but he's not actually getting burned alive. Until eventually he just like kind of quits and gets out, and he's like, "Hey, where's the others?" And so he finds out what's happening. He goes to fight Legial, and he shows up. But Buster and Psycho are not handling it. They're getting their asses whooped. and Rintaro and Kento are watching from the distance, like really menacingly. It makes sense for Kento, but Rintaro just kind of shows up and just stares intensely. It's really weird. And so
his motivations got sealed.
His motivations did get sealed. So Toma shows up, uses Dragonic Knight to try and fight Legiel, but ends up using Primitive Dragon because, you know, it's basically bootleg Putotira. And so they fight. Kento makes a prediction, he's gonna get, like, punched out of his form here. And then he doesn't and just stands there because I guess he's talking to the boy in the book. And so he's kind of just, like, frozen on the... He's just standing there. So Buster and Psycho try to go fight him. They get whooped. Legiel goes to try and fight him. And then Rintaro finally remembers he's a Kamen Rider. He hasn't transformed in like 10 episodes. He comes in real quick. He's like, I believe in Toma now. And he does his finisher, his Lionic full burst or whatever. He shoots him, but it doesn't work. So they're all like got punched out of their transformations, and they all try to fight him, which feels weird because, you know, Rintaro and Buster have their swords, but like Psycho is his sword, so I guess he's just trying to like punch him.
Gotta throw hands.
That's awkward. So then we zoom in inside the book, right? And the boy's there, like, yeah, all my friends and family got murdered, and he tells like the story to Toma. And Toma's like, shush, and he hugs the dragon, and it looks really awkward. Like, like I know, you know, production's kind of down bad at Toei, you know, the piggy bank running low, but like it looks really weird at a certain point where he's just kind of like fake hugging this CGI, kind of not CGI dragon. It looks so awkward.
Yeah. It's just I feel like they could have done it better with being like a like one-off suit or something.
Yeah. Or just have it be like Primitive Dragon without the belt or something. I don't know. Maybe that would look weird. So the Toma's like, no, Toma's the one guy on like AO3, right? Or like the guy on who made the fanfiction never finished it, and he's like, hey, me and my friends finished your story for you. So he finishes Primitive Dragon's story, and through that he makes Elemental Dragon. And he transforms this cool new form. It has hints of Primitive Dragon with blue, but it also has hints of, like, I guess I'd call it like, you know, Brave Dragon, but like more fire. It has this decent motif, like the handshake on the center. Not a fan of the jingle though. But so now he goes to fight Legiel. The theme song starts playing. And it's all dope. He's like, Legiel. You know, humans are pretty cool too. Legiel's like, no! Humans suck!
They can't even read good!
And so from that, Toma's like, weren't you a human? And Legiel's like, no! And then we get this weird flashback to for some lore bits. The original, like, 5 or 6 humans that went to the Wonder World. And, you know, of them, there was the 3 guys who became Megid, and then they're like, they're all happy and stuff, and then they turn over, and Tassel's just there, I guess, or Victor. And I guess that's his name. I don't know if that's ever going to be cleared up soon. And so he has that little flashback. Yuri's like, hey, Toma, if you kill him, he's dead. And Toma's like, okay. So he does his finisher, the All Creation Slash or something. It kills Legiel. It has this really, honestly funny effect where, like, his face just shows up over his explosion. Like, he doesn't even say anything. He just stares at the camera. And then he goes. So Legiel's gone. Storius was showed up near the fight and says, like, alright, yeah, Legiel's done. And so Toma untransforms. He did it. And then off to the side, Rintaro says, it's cool that you did that, Toma. But I've steeled my resolve or something. And then he walks away, he goes home to his mommy. And then Kento's just like, well, it's not going to change anything. And then the episode ends there. So, I'm going to go down the line here. Dom, what did you think about Kamen Rider Saber, episode 27?
27 is a bit of a mixed bag for me. Like, my main problem with Elemental, like, I get what it's supposed to be in the story, but like, the design just feels off to me. It would have been better if they went like half and half, like with double or like
Bill.
Yeah, build. Shut up. Yeah, no, I felt like it would have been better as designed if it was more half and half to show like it's more of like a meeting of two different ideas.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the only other thing I think that the story would have been better with two things.
Yeah.
Where they instead of having just suddenly like, oh yeah, no, Buster and Yuri are here, they would have had like Buster, Yuri, and Rintaro try their best to keep him off. Meanwhile, Toma's in the hyperbolic time chamber for like the entire episode, and only at the end we got Elemental Dragon as like this whole Dragon Ball Z thing where like Toma got a power up. I wonder how powerful he is. But that's for next episode.
I feel like they would have done that if it wasn't for like they wanted Elemental Dragon to be like for everyone to see, so Kento can be like, whoa.
Yeah, no, sure. Which brings me to my other point. I feel like the story would have been better if Kento actually foresaw Elemental, because like he says like he keeps like going like in 3, 2, 1. God damn it! Oh yeah, cut that. Anyways.
That's staying in. That's staying in.
Implying this is gonna have any editing other than the one image you made and and very maybe some audio mastering, maybe a cut in the middle of just one of us saying
But yeah, no, I feel like it would have been a better idea to have Kento foresee all of Elemental, and then it's just like, and then it would have had the eventual like thing where, of course, Toma's gonna overcome everything, have more of an impact. Like, sure, we've done this over and over and over again, but there's always going to be a chance that things change.
Like the small sound of you just like clapping your hands, so you can reiterate.
I talk with my hands. I can't stop this.
Alright, let's shift it over to Silent Boy Morgan over here. What did you think about 27 of Saber?
Cut this part out and instead just edit in a clip of Scott the Woz saying it was fine. Or keep that in. It might make it funnier.
Dang.
It was fine.
You already sound like Scott the Woz, so we're good.
No, but yeah, no, I liked it. I think Elemental, Emotional, and Elemental. I don't give a shit. I think the new form looks ugly as fuck.
Damn. No filter.
Where the hell is Green?
Green?
Yeah, no, I think the Rainbow would have been a little better. Oh wait, Kenzan.
Oh yeah, Green.
For context, I have not caught up on Saber. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck Green is. As far as I know, Green could be fucking dead. Fucking evil now. I don't know where Green is. I'm wondering where he is. It was cool seeing Rintaro's new form. Technically really old, but you know. Psycho's comic book form looks cool.
You've seen all these forms for the first time.
Is Buster gonna get a new book?
No.
No.
Damn.
Only for like a V cinema or something. But like that brings up the other green elephant in the room.
What's the green elephant in the room?
The special about the previous Kenzan and Espada.
Oh, okay. I want to get to that in a second, but first, as everyone knows on Twitter.com, I'm like the number one Saber fan. You know, I love it every day. Toma's like my favorite writer. And so I need to give my thoughts about episode 27.
We've seen the twit longers, yeah. You'll need to hide your love for Toma.
I know, I love Ren and Kenzan. So basically, I had one big thought going into 27. Why can't Yuri just unseal Slash's sword? Because that's what happened the first time when Toma got his sword sealed. He went to Avalon, and Yuri's like, okay, do this, and it worked. And so how come they never acknowledged going back to Avalon, or even hey Yuri, weren't you the guy in Avalon? Can't you do anything about this? But no, they just kind of skip over it and continue with the primitive plot. I mean, fuck, this plot was written by someone who was primitive.
You can't say that. We have to keep positive.
I just have a bunch of thoughts spread everywhere. I do have an idea in terms of, I guess, symbolism that I think might have been smart, or maybe it's going to be planned going forward. So when Legio goes Forbidden Super Beast mode, right? He has a line of I will rule over all mythical beasts, or I'm sure in another sub thing they could be said as God beasts. But my my idea for what they're gonna do is, since in the Seiken Sword Driver, the 3 slots each have a story archetype. The first slot, which Saber uses, has god books. The second slot, which is Rentaro's, uses just animals. And then the third slot is just mainly stories. And so it's kind of Legio's the first slot, and Saber took him down. So I feel with the second guy, the Wolf Man, in which he's already set up a rivalry with Rentaro, as as far back as episode 7, but they kind of forgot about it. I feel he's just he's gonna have to go down at Rentaro's sword, and so that leaves me with the question: is Storius gonna be taken out by Espada or Kento? I feel if that's gonna be the setup, I feel it's gonna be really interesting to see how that's gonna play out.
Yeah. I feel Storius is either gonna be an Espada takedown or everyone as a whole.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason Master Logos comes out of nowhere and says, "No, this is my show now."
Master Logos is going to be the Sigma of this show. Dom, you have to get that. Okay, you remember?
I have
hashtag drive spoilers. You know how they beat Gold Drive, but Gold Drive's no, I have this robot, and he's the final villain now.
Yeah. If it's gonna be it's gonna be Gold Drive and Sigma, or how for the most part it was the Greed and O's, and then all of a sudden Dr. Monty's just I've been here the entire time.
Damn, we just spoiled 2 seasons at once.
Okay. To be fair,
what the fuck just happened?
Exactly, Morgan.
I got a bit too caught up seeing Freddy Fazbear followed me.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
I look at my phone and the only notification I see is Freddy Fazbear has followed you.
All right.
So yeah, no. The only problem with my idea in terms of the writers is that with in terms of Rentaro and what's the guy's name? Zeus, I think? Rentaro and Zeus. The rivalry, the setup is already there as far back as episode 7, so they can already continue out that plot if they want to. You can where the problem arises is that the writers don't know how to write a good conflict or a rivalry, because Legio literally had no character. I barely felt he existed before Primitive. And then he gets his ass beat by Primitive. He's I hate Saber! I hate Saber!
I feel that's all his character's been. At least with, Storius and Zeus, I can name, 1 or 2 things they've done. Storius has been, felt like the man behind the curtain, or, Zeus has had that rivalry with Rintaro. The only thing I can say about Legio is that he hates Saber, I guess.
Yeah. And what's really weird is that, like, I feel like with Saber, when a character dies, they're not gonna sugarcoat or like try to hide if someone's coming back, because like they didn't even give Kento their flowers. But with Legiel, they gave him his flowers. He's done, and it's so awkward because he barely had anything to do, and I feel like they realized that, and that's probably why they killed him off.
Which I can see why, because like, sure, he wasn't that important, but it's also to like heighten the stakes a bit, since like, oh, we just killed off a character permanently. We're done.
I am glad Rintaro finally remembers that he is in fact Kamen Rider Blades. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he hasn't transformed since like episode like 17 or something.
Yeah, no, ever since then it's just been him and wait, where's Reika?
Reika was not here this episode, neither was Kenzan. They were both vanished. Though the next episode preview did give tease that Kenzan and Kento's gonna finally meet. Kenzan's gonna be aware of Kento.
Right. They made it seem like Kenzan's about to have Hayate sealed. So
something about the end gave me a tiny bit of hope, because I thought with how predictable Saber was, I did predict that Elemental Dragon was going to be like the one thing Kento didn't see, but it's going to happen anyways.
All right.
And so maybe I wasn't predicting that, so they still caught me on my toes a bit. And Rintaro's line of stealing his resolve, it makes my mind wonder of what he's gonna do, because either what I think he is gonna do is that like he's gonna go back to the northern or southern base or whatever and say like, hey, I'm resigning now, or he's gonna be like, yeah, I'm staying with the organization. Fuck you, Toma. And that's gonna be the rest of the show.
I can't believe that that's how they're in the show.
Oh, there's one thing I forgot to mention, and that will confuse me until probably next week. So at the end of the episode, Toma saves the kid in the book, and after the fight, he gets like sucked back into the book real quick. And alongside the child, Tassel's just there after getting Thanos snapped like an episode or two ago. And yeah. I have no idea what that is or what it means, but I
mean, he said something about Luna, so they finally brought up that plot point. So, I think the last time she actually got mentioned wasn't like an offhand remark towards Kento, was like Dragonic Knight.
It is certainly something. And so, upon this, I do want to bring up a leak, actually.
Oh no, is this the Flint leak?
It's not the Flint leak. This leak does not have Flint anywhere mentioned.
God damn it!
I know, Morgan's our number one Flint stan.
If there was an image of Flint released, my Twitter would be it.
So, okay, I'm gonna read off these rumors, and then we can talk about how likely y'all think it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah,
I'm reading this off of at Tavian Jackson's Twitter. Also, this is Juren Jackson.
Could you post the link in the group chat so then I can reread off the list, because I have a shitty memory?
Of course. There it is. And so I'm gonna go down from just how they're numbered. Number 1, the Blades super form called God Lion Chosenki. All it says is it spins to activate finisher, just like Rampage Vulcan. I can believe it.
Yeah, I don't know how it's gonna spin in the Sword Driver.
I mean, like, maybe, like, no, because like maybe like the book like is gonna have like a little thing on it, and maybe you just like.
Oh yeah, like a little fan on, like, on the. On
it's not gonna be anything like that. He's just gonna get it, and it's just gonna be the fucking the Shinkenger sword.
It's
It's just Rinosuke's sword.
Spin sword
with the
disc
with the original swordfish disc.
Oh,
I don't remember what it's called in Shinkenger, even though I watched it an hour ago.
It's gonna be like a retooled like a meteor Beyblade.
The Meteor Storm Punisher. So, name-wise, God Lion Chosenki, I could see that, even though it's a mouthful of a name. But on to number 2, the Saber Final Form. So, and it's rumored to be called Almighty Dragon. Presumably taking inspiration from Realizing Hopper.
Realizing Hopper!
So, it says here, the rumored Seiken name is Seitaiken Nakama, with Almighty Dragon Wonder Ride book. It has multiple colors representing all the swords, and could transform into multiple modes. Like 3 different modes. And that's it.
From the sounds of it, they make it sound like it's going to be like how I'm trying to think of a right description of it.
What I like about it, I like the name. The name definitely sounds nice. Almighty Dragon is really cool to me.
Oh yeah. No, the fact that they're keeping the dragon thing.
Yeah.
After,
I do like in Rider when like the form progression always feels like an upgrade off the last one.
Yeah. Like
X8's levels are pretty good.
Levels or like drives types.
Yeah.
Something informative about Almighty Dragon that isn't me going, Almighty!
I promise you'll have something more to say when we move on. But yeah, no, I can see it. That's just about it. I can see it. The thing is with like these Saber leaks is that all of them, I feel like they're like kind of like I feel like there's a generator for them somewhere out there.
But then that's probably how like Toku leaks are like
because we had a leak far back then before X Swordsman, in which people are guessing Psycho's gonna get the X Swordsman upgrade, even though it's like really predictable because the comic book, and it also said Rentro's gonna get like a final form that's similar to Rampage Gatling. And Saber's gonna get this thing called Star of Dragon or Dragon of the North Star or some shit. But it's whatever, it's Toku leaks. So leak number 3, Gladius. Apparently it's something that was in the Saber short movie that was paired with 01. But pretty much I think it's just Falchion, however you want to say it.
Isn't it Falchion?
It's the Falchion.
I like Falchion or shush.
That just sounds foreign to me.
Shut up. I'm tired of this. And so that's it. Godline Chosenki, Almighty Dragon Wonder Ride book, and Falchion showing up was apparently a guy called Kamen Rider Gladius who uses the Kai Meiken Uchu, which if you've seen like a second of Forze, Uchu means space or something like that.
It's like it's mostly just space from what I know about Japanese.
And so I'm guessing that's going to be the sword we saw in the next episode preview that I think Master Logos had, or it looked like a new guy with like it has like the gold outlines and the blue little in like fucking dots. It kind of looks like a Zodiac as a sword, being honest.
Actually, didn't he say something about it being like an all-knowing sword? The omniscient like
no. He said something like the omnipotent or omniscient. I never know how to pronounce that word. Like the God book is coming.
Yeah, the omniscient book, which I think that might be it. And Shinsei. Wait, where are we?
What?
Late.
Shinsei Nororochi Wonder Ride book.
Which is
girlfriend's a ride book.
Which that's gonna be something snake. So probably like God the Snake of the Gods or something.
Ooh, that sounds pretty cool. And so, since...
Oh my god, are we going to Zenkaiger? Alright, who's given the thing this time? What? Oh, right. You wrote things down.
Yeah, I pulled a Marco
Man, what a
Satsu,
nerd.
Yeah, what
and
a
I took
fucking
notes.
dweeb.
So we're hot off the press of getting Gao on, and we get a sneak peek of our fourth member, Majin, Zenkai Majin, in which there's been it's funny that Toku Twitter has had such discourse about Majin today. They have a discourse about everything. So Majin, she does a little like fortune telling thing, which is I guess going to be like her cute little character gimmick of what she adds to the team. She goes like Majin or something. It's really weird saying it myself, but like
yeah, no, saying it out loud just feels really weird.
Majin. And so she's doing it to find somebody she knows. And then we cut to the candy shop or whatever the shop was that they live at. And Gaon cooks for everybody. And they're like, wow, I'm so glad the humans like my food. And Zeron's like, hey man, I like your food. And it's like, I didn't ask. So yeah, he's self-robo racist. I really am like worried if like this super fun, happy show's just gonna suddenly like take a turn with Gaon. Like, I hate myself. I want to shed myself of my metal exterior.
I can't believe that they watched Kamen Rider 01.
So they go outside, and they get the parallel world for the week, which basically just turned everything into ice, and nobody can walk straight, and like the roads, the concrete, the ocean is froze over. It's slip and sliding everywhere. And so they go to see what happened. But before that happens, before they find the monster, it was really jarring to me. Because again, I'm expecting just a lot of fun times. And then it cuts to this guy driving and he just crashes to another car and dies.
Yeah, like it's this big explosion. Like,
I don't know if he lives. I don't know if he can live that. I think he's just dead.
No. Someone has died. A man has actually died.
Like, it's weird. I feel like Sentai is just like, it's double-sided. It can be all happy and go lucky, then someone just dies and they skip over it in like 2 seconds. It's scary. So,
I can't say anything because my one character trait is I haven't finished the Sentai.
So the Zenkaigers find the guy who's ice, the monster that they tuck an ice parallel world gear on. And they try to fight him. They start slipping and sliding everywhere, and they slide off to the scene. And then they bump into Majin, who's in an alleyway. And so once they find her, Majin and Zeron's like, we know each other. Oh, it's so cool. And they explain back at the hideout that Zeron used to take care of kids, I guess, and Majin, he was the one that pushed Majin to be like not antisocial for once in her life. Since Majin's entire
Juron is the best dad.
Yeah, Juron is good dad. Her entire character is that she's shy otaku magi lady or something. So yeah, they explain that. And so Kaito's like, how does your fortune telling work? Is it like you just get I forget the direct line, but it's like, oh, is it like, do you instantly know or do you get like vague hints? And so she explains how it works and like that she does it for a hobby and for fun. And so they ask her to find where the source of the parallel world's coming from, or like the monster. And so they have this really fun little joke segment of the episode where they go to the tower that was from episode 1 and like they start sliding around everywhere. And then they go to a hot spring. And then they go to like a haunted house, and I gotta say, there's the one scene that made me think this of when they're in the haunted house, and then the ghost girl spooks Jiron and all of them, and then Gaon's just like, "Hey, ghost lady."
Damn, a ghosty?
So I'm 100% sure if Gon was a human, he'd he'd have a lip bite like all the time.
Well, like, yeah, no, he'd always be like, "Oh, damn, what a cute dog!"
No, not lip biting.
Not like that. I was gonna say, not like that.
No,
not like that.
Moving on.
Yeah, no, we gotta move on. That was
moving on. Okay,
that was the worst thing ever.
So they stop somewhere, right? And then Gaon's like, you know what? Fortune telling's for losers. And so then Majin snaps and says, you know what? Being a hateful bitch is for losers. And Gaon's like, oh, damn it.
Well, got me there. Alright. Gotta pack it up.
And so that happens, I guess. And then they just leave Majin there to go find the robot. And then Majin shows up and she's like, I really want to help. I want to join the Zenkaigers. And so she asks her crystal ball if she should join. And then she has this really cute scene where she slides into the frame outside of the warehouse. And she's like, let me do things now. So Kaito gives her a gun, and the special little like tradition this time around of like them accidentally shooting or just shooting randomly. Majin is trying to figure out how the gear tlinger works and almost shoots herself in this really cute scene. So they all transform. We get to see Majin transform, and they start fighting the monster. They get beat up onto the ocean, and this is where I yelled the first time I watched it. They're like, okay, let's use the Sentai gear. Pop open the belt. I saw Tokuja gear. It was over. My hype was through the roof.
Reisha Sentai Tokuja.
The fucking noise he made.
Tokuja is my second favorite Sentai. It's so
on
good.
Call. We were watching it on call.
Allegedly
they're gonna die Ranger, and then I'm gonna just blow out like my own ears.
Yeah, no. On call. We're on call. Seichan goes like, Reisha Sentai Tokuja, and then the entire call just like peaks in audio with Ghia just screaming.
I channeled my inner 12-year-old.
Whoa, RJ!
I mean, he would never treat me like this. I'm just saying, but like,
no.
So they use the Tokuja gear, and they form this human train. They do a cute little attack, and so the bird Sechan is like, use your magic, Majin. And so Majin actually has like real magic when she's in like transformed.
Majin, showtime.
No. Don't we don't speak of that here.
What do you got against Wizard?
Nothing. I just haven't seen it. Just like everyone else who hates Wizard.
I hate that twink with his donut. I don't know what his character is.
Hey, I'm Kamen Rider Wizard.
Are you?
Oh God.
So
I haven't been able to make that joke in a while.
She has cute little things. She shows up with magic. She does a little cup trick. She makes them able to walk on ice, and they blow them up. Dai Zenkai time. I have to say, I really, it's a cool little aesthetic thing, or just visual thing. How I love that when they do the finisher, the symbol itself like crushes the monster. It's so cool to me. So Zuran goes, wait a minute. Isn't there like a giant monster fight? And then the general guy's like, oh, yeah, and then the monster comes in. He turns into the giant Iceman. And so they go Zenkaio Juragaon, and they try to fight, but it's not really working. And so the bird goes, Majin, you have to go in and help. And Majin's like, oh, damn, dope. So she turns into a giant dragon, because I guess it's like Maji Ranger. I haven't seen Maji Ranger.
If you asked me, it would have been a wizard reference.
Ah, shut up. Just because wizards have dragons. She flies around, she does little magic stuff, she fuses with Jura to make Jura Majin. In which I'm kind of disappointed it was like entirely CGI. I don't know if they had like a real suit for it, but I feel like they might just have suits for only like the specific two combos. In which, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
So they do a little thing, they fly around, swoop around, beat up the monster. They go back to the to the headquarters, and they're like, "Wow, Majin's part of the team now." And so, Majin, can you predict where our next member is going to be? And she does her little Majin. And in the crystal ball showed a pair of glasses that say the glasses will come to you. Meeting next week, we're going to get Blue Man.
Vroom.
Let's mix it up this time. Morgan, what did you think of Zenkaiger episode?
Dino Fury synopsis?
No. What did you think of Zenkaiger episode 3?
Oh, I was like, oh wait, I forgot. Did we already do what we thought about the episode? What?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna start with you. It's your turn this time, nerd. What did you?
Morgan, what are you talking about? This is episode 2 already.
Zenkaiger was fine. No,
you can't say it's just fine.
You wanted to be on this podcast. You're gonna talk about it.
Zenkaiger is fine. Leaves the podcast.
If you say it's just fine. Good.
I like the scene where they all get. I like the scene where they form the train and just fucking wipe out the mooks. That was pretty fun.
I'm just waiting for the eventual. I wish they used X gear.
I wish they used the Shinkenger gear.
Oh no, Morgan.
No, this was your one time.
Shut up.
The one time you could be a Lupat shill.
I did like the episode.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm trying to collect my thoughts in real time. If you guys could hear the dial-up noises happening in my brain, that'd be great.
I can hear Windows from here.
I liked the compilation scene of them just going around the city doing random shit because the crystal ball is, like, being really vague about where the villains are.
Yeah, it was a fun scene.
Yeah.
Slapstick.
The wall villain's just kind of a funny idea.
He is in the wall.
He's been cursed to never leave the wall.
Alright,
that's kind of all I got.
Damn. Yeah, alright, I'm starting with Dom next time so you can gather your thoughts. Alright, Dom, what did you think about Zenkaiger episode 3? What the fuck was that?
That was me trying to. That was me like saying like, oh, I don't know where to start. I guess this is just a kind of overall thing for Zenkaiger. As I will restate, my character traits I have finished the Sentai season, but overall, so far it's been so much fun. The only thing I can really like compare it to is Forza, where like it's gradually the entire cast is coming together, but like every episode I can't help but smile because of like all the fun. The legend gimmicks are really well implemented, and the fact that they're not like decade where it's just like bam, we are Samurai Sentai Shinkenger.
Yeah, no, we are VR. I get it.
Yeah, VR Trooper. Let's go, Ryan Steele.
When's the VR Trooper due, Toei?
What? Well, yeah, ask Toei when they're gonna at least mention Metal Heroes again.
Never.
Let's see. The last mention of Metal Heroes, to my knowledge, was the Wizard movie.
No, Gaim.
Yeah, Gaim.
Oh, was Gaim? Damn.
Yeah, Kikai showed up.
Technically Ninja, because I think Gavon showed up. Or Jiraiya, whatever his name is. I don't know, Metal Heroes.
What the fuck?
Listen, man, we don't even have
Why
an
was Kikai in Gaim?
It was like a non-canon, like, filler episode.
Yeah, just randomly, this robot walked into town, and then all of a sudden, like, he lives with Kota. Just bam. All right, we got a robot. All right, we got way off track. But yeah, no. Zenkaiger episode 3 was really good. I keep joking about it, but like, if they really keep up with the magic and stuff, I feel like the fight scenes are going to be way more fun.
Yeah, because like it's so cool. Like, I feel like they're probably going to stop after Vroom, but like they always have this cool scene where like the explosions seem like it's kind of like freezing time, and you see them like moving around, zooming, doing their thing, doing cool flips and stuff.
I'm impressed they decided to go with an all-robot season, because I feel like the choreography for the people in the suits would be hell.
Yeah, but like that's the thing though. I feel like up to I can't say like up to now, as if like it's been like thousands of episodes, but like in just these like 3 episodes alone, the choreography with like the robots with the robot team members has been like so cool and fun, and especially like when they have to use Sentai gears themselves. Like, even in episode 1, when Jiron uses Ninja, and you see him zooming around, slashing, he does, like, the whole thing, it's just so cool. And, like, even out of suit, like, the suit actors for the main 4 themselves are just so good. They're able to be so expressive with their characters, and it's just so fun to, like, watch all of them. Because they all have their own little personality quirks, and their suit actors can just embody that. Like, Majin's shyness, or Gaon's, like, extravagance, like, bleh. His eccentricity.
I'm just waiting for the inevitable comparison.
Of what, Dom?
Come
on. Let's get out of the way.
Alright, yeah, no. This is just like something we can't really like go over without anything, but like as someone who hasn't even watched like half of it, I can already feel the Deno vibes of everyone bouncing off each other like a family.
Yeah. It really reminds me. I do get like the feels of whenever they go back to the den line and they're just like bickering and chilling.
Yeah, no,
it's gonna be fun.
Once its Rune gets here, this show is gonna get.
Episode fucking 15, 2 Kaiser shows up and goes, "Hey."
Which reminds me, I do have a feeling that I forgot if the leaks were like confirmed or not, but like I really have a feeling that 2 Kaiser is going to be Gokaiger based.
That would be cool. Though, I feel like it'd be cooler if he was based on Gosai Sentai Dai Ranger. He'd just be way better.
Shut up! It's the only Shinkenger representation I'm getting.
When was the last time that oh wait, now I can't even say that Shinkenger's like up there with the goated seasons. I was like, wait, when was the last time?
As far as you know,
Shinkenger. Yeah, as far as I know, everyone keeps bringing up the comparison between Decade and Shinkenger whenever I say that I'm a Decade fan.
Everybody point and laugh.
All right, everybody, get your torches and pitchforks. Jesus, I can't talk today.
Friday Night Funkin' character. All right, I'll give my thoughts about Zenkaiger episode 3. I love Majin. I just love her character so much. I thought she was gonna solely be like shy girl, like she backs out of everything. She gets scared, but like I think it's just so cute how she has like this extra layer of like passion for fortune telling. And so if anyone really like tells her that it's like fake or not real, she just like pops off and gets super mad, like she did with Gaon.
She did the like stereotypical like punk like bend backwards thing.
Yeah, and I do love like when she transforms into Zenkai Majin. She's like dorking out over everything she can do. Like she dorks out over her real magic, the Sentai gears, going big mode.
That one scene with like the shaved ice.
Yeah, it's so cute seeing her just like have fun when she's usually like antisocial and scared of everyone. And which makes me really excited to see all the interactions she's gonna have with the rest of the team, especially Gaon and Zuran. Since Zuran and Majin already have that pre-established dynamic, it's gonna be cool. Overall, I think it was a pretty good episode. The fight choreography, it's been so just like good. It's never dropped in quality for me once. And like I hear around on Toku Twitter, because it's mainly where people tell their opinions, I guess, on Toku. that some people feel like the way they're using the legend gimmick is a bit like lackluster, and I could see that to a degree with how some people feel, but I honestly feel like they're using it like perfectly. Because with contrast of Saber, where like they use like 3 new forms an episode, it feels nice that they're going at like a pace to introduce the characters, and they're not just like, all right, we're in a fight, let's see how many Sentai gears we can use. They use a Sentai gear, and they really like try to make a really charming reference to it instead of just trying to like burn through it quickly.
Which as the resident Decade fan, I can say that this is like the right way to do a Legacy season. Like, it's paying homage, but at the same time, it's trying to tell its own story. Yeah. Where instead of trying to be like, oh hey, here's a Kamen Rider Blade, please clap, please.
My name is Kazuma Kenzaki, also known as
Masked Rider Blade. One of these days for the podcast,
I know that guy from 2004.
We're gonna have to do it. We should do an episode on specifically the Hong Kong dub for Decade.
So that means we gotta watch
April Fool's episode, Rabbit Hatch Radio, Hong Kong edition.
Hong Kong edition.
Does that mean we have to watch like the Hong Kong dub of like O's too?
If anybody knows where you can find the entire like all the episodes of the Hong Kong Decade dub, send it to our Twitter at the RHR podcast.
Darman? So you see.
Anyways,
I was the destroyer of worlds.
so you see. Yeah, no, like the gears are used perfectly in my opinion. They only give like what I feel like is like the right amount of homage without like just going completely diving into that season. Like when he uses Ninja, the cool little aesthetics and that popped up when Ninja like fights at all in Ninja, I guess. I don't know, I haven't seen Ninja.
No, he repressed it.
So
Morgan's the one person that's seen Ninja. Some of it.
Hold on. In trying to look for the Kamen Rider Decade dub in the moment, I accidentally found what appears to be the entirety of All Riders versus Die Shocker.
What?
But
dubbed in
the
English.
Hong Kong dub? Oh yeah. No.
Bro, okay. We're gonna have to watch that at some point. I don't care if it's for a podcast or not, we're watching that.
Maybe. That's a maybe.
Dang, we forgot completely about Dino Fury.
Dino Fury. And no,
that's a maybe on whether or not we can actually watch it, because the only place I found it didn't come up with anything. But it does say it does category exist. LA sub Hong Kong action movies, Vigilante, Meter Maid, Kamen Rider Decade, All Riders versus Die Shocker, Lost episodes.
Tsukasa the Meter Maid? Oh my god. But yeah, no.
I can't.
It's perfect with like Ninja, the aesthetics. The Shuoju has the nice little wings with like the eagle sound. Oh god. Tokyuger had like the little train sound. And like I think it's so like perfect how they have like I really like it's so hype when they shoot off the gear and you see like the entire team pop up as like spirits and they do their team pose. It's gonna be so cool. Like it's gonna be so cool with like Q Ranger. I really want to see what the Q Ranger gear is gonna look like, or Lupat. Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Actually, for like the big ones, I kind of want to see like where instead of just having like them pop out, they actually like try to recreate the roll call a bit. Like,
oh yeah, it'd be so cool if they like since I assume they're building up to them finally saving parallel worlds of like actual Sentais. They're gonna maybe like try to redo the roll call.
Like how in Ghia, like how for the most part the ride watchers try to replicate like how the rider's tension, like for instance like the orange falling down for Gaim, and like trying to think of another one.
Ghio is hard to remember. I know I've repressed it too, buddy.
I can't believe that Kenzaki became the had a negative IQ for that one art.
Yeah, no, it's cool sometimes how they do little things like the O's armor had like the little animals popping out.
Alright, maybe we should probably get back to Zenkaiger.
Oh my god! Okay, welcome to the Geo podcast.
Welcome to Rider Time podcast, where we welcome to the EY cast, where based podcast that doesn't know what podcast it is.
Exactly.
We have zero coordination.
All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. Overall, Zenkaiger episode 3 was amazing. I hope to keep up the quality. I love Majin. She's best girl. Stop being weird on Twitter. On to Dino Fury episode 4. All right, so then we have the introduction of Green and Black. But Javi is an unfortunate name, I know. So we start off on we start off in Area 62, right? Void Knight's little like Fallout New Vegas lair that he has, where he's working on the monster Boom Tower, which I think is the most ridiculous and best Power Rangers monster name ever. But so he's working on Boom Tower. It's like a chess monster. And then Mucus, like the old fucking mushroom looking thing, comes in with like this dragon thing, and he's like, "Look at my new friend." And Void's like, "Shut up!" And so they have that little, I guess, bicker, and then Void's like, "All right, I got a plan. Here's what it's gonna do." And then we cut to Buzz Blast, Amelia's working place, and she's like, "All right, Zato, we need to get you a job." For some reason, I don't know why they're trying to get him a job, but that's something. And so while they're trying to get him a job, that's where they meet the Black Ranger, Javi. He's just sitting, he's trying to apply for the same job, and he's playing like this little harmonica. He has this little joke about like, "Oh, I need the job so I can afford to buy a keytar. It's like a guitar where you play like a keyboard." Don't I guess they just don't know what a keytar is. They're like so confused.
What is music?
I don't know. So the lady, I think her name is Jane. I already forget her name so easily. She goes out to the two, and she's like, "Okay, both of you have an assignment to do as like a report to test the waters and see how good you'd be at reporting." Yeah, they both get plot related things to do for the episode. Javi has to go look at this orb that's going to be special later. And Zato has to... What are you laughing at, Dom? I want to know what's funny. Go ahead and share with the class.
No, because as soon as you said the orb, I immediately got a flashback to that one tweet from Twitter user Sentai ebooks.
Oh, no.
The classic tweet of Ball Changer.
Ball Changer. All hail Sentai ebooks and Ball Changer.
All hail.
So, and Zato gets the assignment to interview this high school athlete named Izzy, who does athlete things, I guess. So they go to the high school. Izzy's doing stuff, and they're like, "Hey," or Zato's like, "Hey, Izzy, can I get an interview?" And Izzy's like, "Ew, no." And so Zato is like, "Hey, you're throwing your spear like a non-knight nerd. So I'll teach you the right way to throw a spear." And so he gives Izzy a tip, and Izzy tries throwing it, and he's like, "Oh wow, it's pretty cool. Okay, I guess I'll give you your interview now." And so they start off doing an interview, and then we cut to what Javi's doing with the orb, and like 2 seconds into his damn interview, the villains just pop in, and he was like, "All right, take the orb." So they try taking the orb, but Javi runs away with it. No. They get to the orb and they go outside, and then the dad, the warden, pulls up in a car, and he just points his finger and goes, "Stop!" Like he was gonna do something. And then Boom Tower is like, "No," and then he like almost dies.
Again, what was his plan there? Was he just...
He showed up, he was gonna tell them no, and the bad guys are gonna learn their lesson and not do it again.
Give the robot a stern talking to?
And so, even though like I'm gonna have to expect this more often. It's still just really funny how like whenever a monster appears, you just like some civilian goes on their phone and goes, "Yeah, Power Rangers. There's a guy."
Yo, is this the Power Rangers?
Is this the Power Rangers?
Power Rangers. Saban. Is this the Power Rangers from Saban?
Oh, don't call this number again. This is the BR Troopers.
All right, so yeah, the warden gets one-sharded or something. And the Rangers appear. They transform. You know, it's Morphin time. Link to Morphin Grid. They use boost keys, and then we have this little like I guess quick gag with Jane and her human cyborg that everyone's just chill with like a teleprompter and everything, and a quick little slapstick.
Can't have the show getting too serious.
So the monster, Javi takes the orb and he runs away, presumably to somewhere else or something. And Mucus like attaches himself or herself. I keep forgetting that Mucus is a girl. I don't think he had a gender. She attaches herself as like Nickelodeon Gak to the car as he drives off, and he doesn't see it in the slightest. And so the Power Rangers go to the ward and make sure he didn't die. And the warden's like, "Oh, that was my son. I don't know where he went with the orb." And then Izzy shows up and he's like, "Oh, hey, Dad. My dad's the warden." And so the warden...
She said that?
I guess, you know? The warden goes off to do something. I don't know. And then Izzy's like, "Wait, Power Rangers, I know where my brother is." And he has a spot where he goes to play music because the dad does not approve of his music career. So they go to the forest where he apparently plays music at, and he tries to sneak off with the orb, but the bad guys, the Boom Tower, Big Boom Man, he ambushes him. He's like, "Give the orb back," and then the Power Rangers appear, and they're like, "No." And so eventually, Javi and Izzy are like hiding somewhere with the orb, and then Javi does this weird little, I guess, the line delivery just felt weird there. Where he's like, "Oh, you want me to give you the orb?" So it's a little slippery, though. Oops. And then he slams it hard as hell into the tree.
Which we talked about this while the episode was happening, but like, what was his plan there? Was like, what would he have done if it just bounced off or like
exploded?
Or like, yeah, like a nuke came off, like that one episode of Kuga.
Everyone there just died.
No more Power Rangers.
And so they crack open the orb, and then they get the green and black Dino Power keys or something. And it transforms them with the power of the morphing grid and turns Javi and Izzy into the green and black Rangers. And there's a scene where Izzy's like, "Skirts are not my thing," and she rips it off, and then Twitter had an outrage, and then...
I can't believe fabric could cause so much.
You should see what a plastic figure does to these people, man.
I saw that.
I didn't!
It's a long story that I don't want to explain here.
That's for the better, Morgan.
What does that mean?
I mean that you don't want to get into that.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like that's for the better Morgan. Like, who's the better Morgan?
Yeah, no, Morgan's got clones.
Yeah, and they're all you guys.
Fuck.
Damn, this Decade versus Geo looks so wild.
They also have like a really cool fight, right? In the forest with Green and Black. Black uses 2 swords, and Green uses like her javelin thing and starts attacking. And there's like I love watching the move that they do, where like he throws his sword and then she catches it on her little bow thing and spins it around and throws it at Boom Tower, and then it goes into a tree. And then the Boom Tower's like, "Stop it, you're annoying me," or something. And so Izzy hops to the tree. She's like hanging out on her little staff. I don't know what those things are called. I'm not an athlete. I don't touch grass. And so
they're called javelins.
Shut up, nerd. So he grabs the javelin. She grabs the javelin, slices the monster, And the monster's like, no, I can't believe this. And thus the best line in Power Rangers ever comes down. And she says, wow, me too. You and me are really vibing, dude. And Boom Tower says, vibing? With a teenager? No,
vibing with a teenager?
And he just teleports out of
way!
Whoever's been writing the dialogue for Dino Fury needs a raise.
He really
badly.
Does. They really do. The line delivery, the writing, it's so good. It's so fun. So, yeah, they vibe. The monster goes big. They summon the Zords, in which it's confusing because like they only use like the one with 3 of them, but green and black are there. So I don't really know what they control in the Megazord, but they're just there, I guess. And they defeat the monster. They take the sporks from themselves. And they go to the base, in which Izzy says, and I quote, big superhero mood. and you know, they're like, wow, you guys are the Power Rangers? We had no idea, even though it was so obviously them. I don't know who else it could have been.
I mean, his name is
Zato. And they realize he's an alien. And then apparently Javi got the job. And then the Jane tells Zato no chihuahua or something. Still have no idea what that means. And then the episode ends there. So Morgan can collect his thoughts. Dom, what did you think about Dino Fury episode 4?
Trying to think of what to say. I think so far it's going off to a good start considering what it came from. My only real big problem is that, like, specifically with episode 4, is that, I know this is a big, like, Power Rangers thing, but, like, the second that they get their morphers, Izzy and Javi their instincts came to them, and they were masters behind the blade.
They studied the blade, they just didn't know it yet.
It makes sense for Izzy, kinda, because she, like, ditches the sword and immediately goes for one of her, like, weird fucking javelins.
Yeah, but, like, Javi's, like, some
Javi
music twink.
Hasn't studied the blade. He's studied the harmonica, which was apparently so ear-bleeding that the main villains had to go, whoa! Hold on a minute!
They don't like country, is the problem there. But, like, That brings me to like, how does Javi know how to use a sword when all he's done is study the keytar instead of anything else? Otherwise, yeah, no, this so far so good. That's all I can really say.
Morgan, what are your unfiltered thoughts about Dino Fury Episodio 4?
Don't say it's fine.
Now you're tempting.
I actually really liked the episode.
What?
That's the one you say it for?
Morgan when Japanese toku, it's fine. Morgan when Power Rangers.
Power Rangers good. Hold on, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this Kikai Sentai Zenkaiger? I prefer Dino. What the fuck? What's a Black RX? I prefer the vastly superior Saban's Masked Rider.
Of course, it has amazing characters.
It has Furbus!
I don't know. But what if they release the Black RX cut of Black RX where they just have everything exact same except there's just Furbus.
Furbus is in some of the shots.
So continue with your thoughts.
It was good, I guess. Javi was there. I like the skirt scene. Fuck you, Twitter. I think the line Javi said before, like, dropping the ball, literally, was the whole, like, oh, yeah, okay, here you go. Oh, before I give it to you, I'm a bit, clumsy, and this is kind of a slippery.
That wait.
Kind of dumb.
Why'd you make him sound like the Joker?
It's kind of a slippery.
This is, before I give it to you, I'm a bit, clumsy.
We're the same as humans in sports.
You see, this ball's kind of slippery. I might just...
This ball's kind of changing me.
No!
It spawned the Rangers, so really that was the ball changer we really needed in life.
But also the Q-Tamas.
Q-Tama!
That's the globe changer.
But wouldn't that be better?
Maybe.
It's the sphere changer.
Spherical.
The spherical morpher.
Does that wrap up your thoughts about Dino Fury? Morgan?
I don't got anything else.
I think the Forest was kind of dumb.
What?
What? Why
there's no background to that thought. It just was like, why did they fight why does this special music place a forest?
So you just like fuck the forest, you
know? No, it just has terrible acoustics. Why would that be his music place?
Shit, maybe you're right. Well, I guess I'll give my thoughts. My thoughts about Dino Fury is that I don't know who's really writing this show, but I think I need them to keep going for the rest of time as long as Power Rangers is airing, because it's so weird that of course you have the main team, and the main team make their quips, their jokes, and the side characters make their quips and their jokes, but it feels weird when the villains are kind of doing it, even the more serious ones, but at the same time it's so good that I can't hate it.
Yeah, I get that, but why is the robot that was literally just born know what vibing is?
Yeah, that implies that Void Knight was whipping him up. He was programming him as he needs to know about vibing just in case I never needed someone. Just in case I need a home,
Does that mean that Void Knight just plugged him into the internet?
What's Twitter.com?
Does Boom Tower know what a YouTube is?
Has Boom Tower seen TikTok dances?
Can we see Boom Tower do the Renegade?
That's the thing, because Boom Tower's instant response was, "What the hell is vibing?" He was just vibing with a teenager. I'm just only trying to catch Sporix, not a case. Oh no! That's the best tweet ever.
Thank you, thank you, Migs. I don't know your actual name, but
man, I do have one kind of thought at the back of my mind. So I guess this kind of goes hand in hand with the Twitter complaining, but it's something I actually have a question mainly with the Morphin Masters. Are shush, no. Calm down. So with the Morphin Masters, right? I want to know if are colors in the Morphin grid gender coded to a color? Because obviously in the flashback, the female the green Morphin Master obviously looked female and the pink one did, and the rest looked male. But if this is in the main timeline, where Mighty Morphin and all that stuff happens in Operation Overdrive, and presumably a lot of other seasons, where green has never been female up until now, what does that mean for them? Is my question.
So your question is, are the Morphin Masters sexist?
Maybe. Just maybe, man.
I don't know, man.
Big superhero.
I feel
mood.
Big superhero mood. You know what? Through our opening gag, that's gonna be our thing.
It's big
superhero mode.
That basically just reminds me. Yeah, I've said it once. Yeah, once on Twitter and a couple times in group chats. Izzy's basically just a Twitter user. If that became a Power Ranger. I feel one of these days, in one of these new episodes, they're gonna be fighting Void Knight, and Void Knight's gonna be "Give up, Rangers," and she's gonna be "Ratio," and they're gonna be "What?
Ratio."
No. It's knowing how this show goes, Void Knight wouldn't go, "What?" And he was "No, I'm not gonna get ratioed by some nerd with 2 followers," and then teleports away.
You know what? I really want. I know the second that we get the next episode, people are gonna edit that one picture to be Izzy doesn't realize she's not on Twitter.
I can't wait personally to see that. I'm gonna love it extremely. So
well, that's
we did everything. we can finally wrap it up for today, boys. It's been a long journey.
If this is just how it is with 3 seasons we're talking about, when like we get like a new Garo season,
we're not talking about Garo.
I'm not. I'm gonna say like when we get another big Toku back, like Ultraman or Garo, then this is going to be a mess.
I know, dumb. I know you go to sleep every night and you pray to the Lords. Please, just another Garo season, God.
Please bring back
Garo. Won't come back.
Garo has abandoned us
in a traditional manner. That is.
Koga, please come back. Actually, wait, no, we got
Koga's
Koga back.
Old.
No, he came back like the other year for a movie.
He's still
I really thought you were about to say Koga came back the other day.
Yeah, he came back with the milk.
Koga came back until like yesterday. Come on. He brought the milk and then he went over to go grab cigarettes.
So yeah. Final thoughts. Let's just give like a final thoughts and everything. I'll go first. Saber, mid as always. Zenkaiger, still great. Dino Fury, hilarious. Dom.
I kind of want to put an asterisk next to mid. I feel like we're in the calm before the storm right now in Saber. Once Rintaro finally realizes, oh shit, I'm actually a character in this show, then things are gonna probably pick up.
Exactly.
Zenkaiger, perfect. I literally don't have any complaints.
And Dino Fury?
Dino Fury, not for me, but it's fun. It's a fun watch. I prefer the violence from Gara.
I know you love your titty monsters and stuff. Morgan, final words on
Saber. Okay then. Zenkaiger. I like that one. Dino Fury. Okay then.
All right. Well,
that's of course abridged thoughts, but
of course, we love them abridged thoughts. So thank you for tuning in to our messy, uncoordinated first episode of Rabbit Hatch Radio, the only podcast you know that's ending like right now.
Well, not right now. Like right now.
Yeah, no, like right now.
Right now.
We're
gonna.
Yeah, like right now.
Stop right now.
Yeah, like right now.
Yeah, like right now.